minutes. And we definitely have four, and thanks to Pat for coming back. Glad she's healthy-ish. Everybody had a chance to look at them? Anybody want to move that we accept these minutes?
I move to approve the minutes from the September 28th meeting.
Second?
I second.
Okay. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you, Carol, as always. The agenda here. Okay. I don't know if it's old business or new business, but the first thing on here is a report of the second opinion arborist. And is that what this is here with the pictures?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Now I've forgotten what the tree number was that we thought to come down. 3. Is it
Number
3?
3.
Yeah, it's not a great, on the original.
Oh, that's the one, yeah, there it is. We've, yeah. Well, it says here, needs pruning to reduce the weight and manage epidemic sprouts, whatever those are. Add mulch around the base of tree, acid if possible. That's Mr. Libby's recommendation, which is different from the one.
To cut it down?
Yeah.
Yeah, I say leave it. Yeah, leave it possible.
Now what?
We're just gonna give it some love.
Mechanical injury to trunk.
Mulch. And 2 to 3 inches of mulch
Oh, this is,
around the base of the tree. And for soil on the base of the tree, yeah.
What page are you, 2, 4?
so, is there any discussion after looking at Mr. Libby's report? I take it he just looked at that one tree, right?
He looked at the one that everybody made the recommendations
Yeah,
to get a second opinion, and then he did look at the other trees at Miss Lisa DeVito's house.
oh,
Okay.
So they're in the other sheets.
What about the one that was here, Keith? I guess next to this building? Is there like one here that
The
Lisa
big one right
mentioned?
beside us,
Mm-hmm.
he looked at that a couple of years ago.
yeah,
Okay.
he's already living according to his,
Okay.
recommendations. Which ones are Lisa's?
It's 1, 2, 3, and 4. But number 1 is the one at Eva Lyons.
Yeah,
And Charles made the recommendation to have Mr. Lippy on hand and recommended Bubba as the person to come in and cut it, while Chuck Lippy is here to tell him what limbs he wants removed.
oh,
So that's what I had to talk to Bubba about today to get that. I told him not right away, I said we had to talk about it today, but, to go from there.
Yeah,
He said he had no problems, you know, bringing his equipment in and getting the pointers from Mr. Lippy to cut the tree limbs.
okay. Well, it's gonna take some maintenance if we're gonna add 2 to 3 inches of mulch over the base of it.
Well, he's just saying around the base of the tree. I don't think he's saying to do the whole drip line.
But that tree is one of 3, isn't it? Down on the end by the funeral home. And we were concerned that the other 2 would be endangered by it. Because if it falls, it lands on them,
It's leaning away from the other 2 trees, so.
out towards the funeral home.
Yeah,
No,
I know.
towards-
And he seems not to be concerned,
Towards the
Mr.
west.
Vicky.
Yeah, I'm surprised, it was the first thing in there.
He's the doctor.
Yeah. Okay, but, geez, I don't see Lisa's tree thing.
I don't think we got that report.
We didn't get it.
It's not in there?
I don't think
No,
so.
it's
It's
not.
just the 1 tree.
Okay.
The one that I gave you all today,
Okay.
Yeah.
Lots of page.
Yeah.
Is that last page?
I don't know.
Weren't they supposed to have these 2?
is that the same one as this one?
Looks like it. 2, 3, and 4.
2, 3, and 4, yeah.
You guys
I have 31.
No, it's on, that's the 3 trees in these lines.
Okay.
He's got 3 separate reports.
Oh, we just got this one.
Wow.
That's how it looks. We just got one in the park.
That's the only one I have received, is there more?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because remember in the meeting, I think Lisa recommended we get those trees looked at by our
Did he
house.
send them to you and me, or did he just send them to you? Because
He
I
must
don't
have just
have,
sent them to me.
did you send them to me?
Okay, do you remember?
I did, but I don't know if he sent them to you.
You didn't send them to me, because this is what I got from Charles.
Okay, yeah, I got that.
And I think I put it down. You got that one,
I got the number 1,
number 1?
which is Eagle Lines.
The trees, at least as one is by the sidewalk, or by the street, and one looks like it's in her neighbor's yard.
No, they're all 3 in the city right away.
Oh, she's got 3.
Yeah, there's 3 trees there. He recommended cutting down, number 3.
Which would be north or south
Uh,
of the other 2.
Karen, you wanna take these and make copies?
Do you have them? Yes, please,
Yeah.
because I don't have them,
It's
so.
hard to talk about it, but. What's so hard to believe?
I was just looking at what you said.
No more.
2, 3, 4, no, I do not have yours.
Sorry
I
about
just got
that.
the one, it's all right, I'll just make a quick call. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So, why don't we talk about this one tree while we're waiting?
Okay.
I would have to Aaron here make notes.
Yeah.
But
We have to wait for Karen's call.
Yeah, okay. Well, I can ask you another question.
If she wants to go for the chair. You want to go for the chair? Does that feel comfortable enough? If she gives it up, yeah.
Oh, okay, that wasn't the question.
Oh, okay. I
I
thought
didn't want to know the answer to that anyway, so, yeah, you could tell me very well.
Oh, yeah, what? Are you the conservation chair for Walnut Question.
Environmental.
Environmental,
Yeah.
okay. That's what I wanted to know, but I also want to know something else. But I suppose it's in the order of business, so we'll wait to talk about it till Karen's back. Nobody told me that I wasn't with us.
2/28, I don't know. Arbor Day, what day is Arbor Day?
Oh,
28 or 26?
Lisa wants it on the 20th because that's the first day that, Julio and, the county horticulture, not horticulture,
They are available?
are available.
Okay, okay.
And I don't know, I hope, Mary Ann Trimble will see if they will have a rummage sale that day at the Woman's Club. And of course, we have to decide where to have the yard day, not necessarily Woman's Club.
Yeah, I think we should have it at Eagle Lounge Park and make a big deal out of it.
Yeah, well, that's why I would like to give you this portfolio.
Oh, okay, it's ours.
Yeah, and it's got some contacts from the past and the vote.
Thank you, and everything you've done in the past.
This for 4 years, I guess.
And we're supposed to talk about it today,
Yeah,
a little bit, at least get it started.
yes. Yes, I was having trials every year, because he takes care of topping.
We just decide what we want and we tell him. Pat, we just decide what we want and we tell him.
He does the contacts with Arbor Day people.
So we'll
And
leave
he
it,
buys the food.
yeah, so we'll tell him, Karen can tell him.
He's got a banner. Anybody want to talk about anything off the record?
Well, I had a great week,
That's good, that's nice.
and Keith lost his beer. Oh, no, he shaved it down,
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Now I know your little boy, Babe, looks like you. He's your spirit, he's your city image.
Poor kid.
He's adorable. He is.
Okay. I don't have those phone numbers. So would you fill that in? What's her name? Historical, it's spelled Gomaz. Is that correct?
M-Z
Gomaz, Gomez instead of Gomez.
is Gomez, Gomez.
Yeah, I know, it was just wrong in the historical society
We
notes.
have to tell Sherry, she's the one that,
Yeah,
You asked what that road meant, the McCormick, I don't know how you say that now, I write it down now.
oh, at McCormick.
Is it McCormick Road?
remove it now, triggers more sprouts too. It's not always wise to remove it.
I had to look that up since, I didn't know what it meant.
No.
Thank you.
But I still don't know what they are.
Actually, that didn't say what they were, just,
Yeah.
they're shoots that come out from damaged bark. I think if you go scroll that up a little bit more.
Removing or in the corner road triggers more sprouts to appear, not always wise to remove. We've got taken a small number of triggers. In less than center.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this one is by her house.
I don't know what it's going from.
Let me see if I can show you.
Oh, right there.
Yeah, Maine.
That's what it is, and I can.
So tree number one, you're taking the recommendation.
Yes,
And that recommendation is
But they haven't voted on it.
to have it, taken care of.
cleaned up.
You want to move it? Want to move that?
Just some TLC.
That we accept Mr. Libby's report and,
I move that we accept Mr. Libby's recommendations for tree number one, to take care of it and give it some love. Trim it and, I guess, care for it.
And not remove it, correct?
Yes, not
Not
remove
remove
it.
it.
is there a second?
I second, you second, we all second.
We need to talk about, this is just tree number one. We're discussing.
I need to all in favor?
Say aye.
Aye, in favor? Aye. Okay, tree number two. All this stuff he says it on the last page. Likelihood of failure possible. Consequence of failure severe.
Tree number two?
Tree number two.
I see health condition,
That's the one in Lisa's, right?
Is it on the backside?
No, number 2.
this is
There's
a,
3 and 4.
this is like number 1, he's recommending that we do the same.
I'm looking at those.
Yeah. But I'm looking at here. Restoration, prune and grade reduction, page number 2. Remove dead branches, manage epicorium sprouts.
I see the same thing you're saying. Let me see what he has here. On 3 number 2.
Yeah, that's what he's recommending.
Okay, same thing as for the 3 number 1.
Tree number 2.
Yes, 3 number 2.
And that's in Lisa's front yard,
Yeah,
right, Keith? 3 number 2 is in Lisa's front yard.
It's one right there beside her.
On the
driveway.
sidewalk, yeah. Okay, so it has reduced vigor significant signs or symptoms from insects or diseases. Not likely to be fatal. So he's recommending.
the same thing that 3-1.
Hormone and weight reduction.
Yeah, just care for it.
Remove dead branches, manage epicormic sprouts again, whatever they are. Epicorm. That's what it is. Well, I'm surprised it's frankly unsightly. But that just could be what happens with old age. That's the 85-year-old.
Here's the definition of it, if you wanna.
Oh, you got it?
Well, it's-
Yeah, thank you. Okay,
they're just sprouts.
epicormic shoots are the means by which trees regrow after coppicing or pollard, dear, where the tree's trunk or branches are cut back on a regular cycle. The shoots are rising spontaneously from adventitious or dormant buds on stems or branches of woody plants. Yeah, you see that a lot, when they grow out of the trunk, little splits. Okay, so,
So I move that we, take Mr. Libby's recommendation to restore pruning and weight reduction, remove dead branches and manage the epicormic sprouts of tree number 2.
I second motion to care for the tree.
okay. All those in favor? Okay, then there's tree number 3.
They're going to the guillotine.
No.
Says here, remove,
Where?
page number 2.
Where's this
Oh,
one?
yeah,
It says removal.
what's it, yeah, pruning, removal. Oh, look at the top of it, yeah.
Yeah.
Where's this one?
I think it's the one here. It's not the one here by the buildings?
No,
That's Lisa, this
not-
is
It
Lisa.
says Main Street.
Oh,
Yeah,
Main
it's-
Street.
there's 2 on Lisa's Brothers.
Okay, so,
One is more in front of the Yellow Brick House, but it's.
Is that number 4?
Property.
no, this is number 3.
Yeah. Consequence of failure is severe, I don't know.
Main Street, I guess?
Horrible, yeah, it's Main Street.
What is it doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, here it's written on those little map. Yeah, it looks bad. Okay, so his recommendation is to take
It's
care of
not likely to be fatal.
tree number 2 and cut down tree number 3.
No, I don't wanna cut down tree number 3.
You don't want to, okay. We'll go to it.
Sorry, I'm sorry, have you looked at it? I mean, it's got a long dead thing sticking off there.
Oh, the removal was on the tree working pruning, I will see now.
Mhm.
So, I mean,
I
I say let it go as long as it can.
And so what?
Let it go as long as it can, and then when it's completely dead, then we remove it.
Is there some history with this tree? Was there some branches that fell or anything? Does anybody know?
Yes, this was the tree that fell across Lisa's, driveway and in the road.
Yeah.
I believe it just missed somebody who was on a golf cart, if I'm not mistaken. Is that what
And
it
her
said?
car and all, yeah.
Yeah, and missed her car or scraped her car or something.
I mean, you
Is
can
this the correct tree I'm talking about, Pete?
Number 3 is not in that good a shape. You might wanna look at it
Where's that?
by Lisa's house.
Yeah.
This is in
I
her
think-
yard?
Not, no, the one in her yard is right there by her, well, not in her yard, but it's right there by her driveway. That's the one he's talking about. If you-
Number 2, right?
Yes, ma'am.
number 3.
We're on
All right,
number
yeah, number 2, he's talking about leaving.
Yeah.
Number 3 is the one that's all, if you look at the one picture, it's all hacked up.
Yeah.
The picture's terrible.
Yeah, it's, they didn't print it in color, and they probably should have, you probably could have seen it a lot better. But the tree is in pretty bad, well,
Yeah.
if you look at the other page, you can see
Yeah.
that it's,
Broken off, snapped up there.
yeah, that one
Yeah.
really and truly probably should come out. Cause I don't think there's but 2 branches on the whole tree.
Yeah.
So in the last page, ladies, we have likelihood of failure, probable.
Yeah.
Likelihood of impact target, high.
What tree?
Number 3,
Consequences of failure, severe. Risk rating, high.
They all say the same thing.
And
Yeah.
Cynthia, I don't know if you were here, but we talked about, does the city have insurance to cover if a tree on city property falls on people?
They
Yes,
all
ma'am.
say the same thing, probability severe, high probability of damage. They all 4 trees say the same thing. Am I crazy or not? Are they in a row? Are they together? I don't know where they are.
They're close to each other, those two.
well, they're kind of spaced apart, but they're all on the same side of the road.
Yeah.
They're all on Lisa's side,
Right
and
over.
they're,
Why do they recommend number 3 out? Why?
because it's in bad, well, if you can see, like I said, the picture's not that good.
Number 3.
The others 2 say moderate, but this one says high risk.
Yeah.
So,
Number 3.
yeah, the other 2 pads says moderate risk. And this one is high.
And at the last meeting, Bobby stated that with an arborist report,
Number 3 then.
with the arborist report, that
Number
the
3,
city
they
is not
say
recovered,
remove
and something should happen.
On the bottom of the
I
second
mean, that's
page.
why we were concerned about
That's why they were concerned about the line tree, that's why Bobby was here last
the,
week,
yeah.
last meeting rather. And
So-
stated,
I just hate taking out a tree, because it just takes so long to grow.
Out of the 4 trees, this is the only one with the risk of high.
We
The
can't-
other 3.
Can we permit and, I don't think this tree has anything
And help
to
it
do, like,
Try to print it in color.
permit,
Oh,
permit
Then just take it to a vote, and she
Wait a
can
minute,
vote.
what did the first arborist say? Did you look at those 2?
You didn't look at it.
Yeah. Yeah,
Let's take it to a
okay,
vote,
well,
so
I
she
will
can
just
vote.
say, I just wanna have some discussion on, from me. It looks very risky, and, like Karen was saying, Bobby Pickett was at he came to our last meeting, the city attorney, and he said if a tree falls, it's on city property and hurts somebody, or damages a car, or whatever, and that we don't have money to pay, we don't have insurance to cover that. And secondly, these trees are right across the street from where a whole lot of activity happens in the park during festivals, cafes, all those, different festivals. So there is more likelihood of somebody being under something if it fell. So I would like for everybody to take that into consideration along with Mr. Lippy's recommendation. The risk and the likelihood that
What is the cost factor in this?
Yeah, how much does it cost to take the tree
I
down?
will, I'll have to get quotes from Bubba,
The cost?
Whose budget does it come out of?
the tree budget,
I didn't know we had one.
we've had it forever.
It's under the line of beautification.
Yeah, it's under streets, but it's under, it's in a tree budget. We, I'm not sure if there's 5,000 in it or 10,000.
Yeah, I think it's only 5, but I
Yeah.
think it's for the removal of trees.
Yes, for the removal,
After storms and stuff like that. I think it's called storm line or something. That when we have to remove the tree line, the trees from city property because of overjoying storms. I think it would come out of that line.
And do you happen to know what it costs to have one removed? So
they're all different prices. That's what Pat just asked me, was how much was it gonna cost?
Yeah,
I think it's just half of a tree left, so it should not be that high because half of the tree already fell. It should be a good price.
He-
at price.
when they come in and give prices, they base it on what is there.
Exactly.
They don't base it as a full-grown tree. Bubba will look at it,
Yeah.
he'll say, okay, I'll cut it down for $500. He might say that. Okay, and then that's plus, a lot of times he'll grind the stumps, get rid of them. The stumps that he can grind, he will get rid of. If he thinks there's any type of metal in them or something like that, he won't touch it.
Or are there any utilities under those?
Well, there's utilities, but they're deep enough that he won't hit them when he grinds the stump. He only grinds it about 8 to 10 inches deep, which, that helps out a lot.
Yeah,
Um,
cause they're
What we
right
can-
on the street. I mean,
what we can do on tree number 3, if y'all want, the day Bubba comes to cut tree number 1 in the park, Mr. Lippy's gonna be here. And if Mr. Lippy can make a recommendation on,
yeah.
not tree number 3, if we can prune it, then we can leave it. But if he says take it out, then I really think we should take it out.
Yeah, and this group,
But I mean,
I don't want anybody to get hurt. I
Yeah,
just prefer to turn it.
when you leave here,
Hopefully it
just,
Well-
when the meeting's over, drive by there and you'll see it. It's,
Yeah.
there's Lisa's
It takes
driveway,
so long to grow this thing.
yeah.
well, and already in Libby's report here, he says likelihood of failure probable, of impacting target high, consequences of failure severe,
But if we prune it,
risk
the
rating
impact
high.
will be less.
There's no question.
Also, number
Yeah.
3 is the only one that has a disease. And all the others say free that I'm reading. There's no significant signs or symptoms due to pest, but this one does. So that even makes it a more positive thing to get it the heck out of there.
So it doesn't.
It's really ugly.
She's right.
It's a shame.
Unless you treat it.
It's a shame.
I think we should take it to a vote.
How old is that tree?
Have we all looked at that tree?
No.
I
Yeah,
haven't,
First of all,
because we didn't have
you
this
guys
stuff.
aren't following parliamentary procedure. I'm gonna get a bitch, aren't I? I should have stayed home.
What'd you say?
I don't know, something about.
I said you're not following parliamentary procedure.
So should we take it to a vote? Pat?
Okay, what's the motion?
Say that.
Who's up?
Not you.
Whose motion was it?
She's the boss.
Did somebody make a motion?
Nobody
If
was
there's any more discussion, just like in the town, is there any more discussion? Okay, we'll take a vote. There's Kim.
We did,
There's
yeah.
Kim. I think
For Karen's minutes, we need to hear the motion.
you were right.
Okay, I motion that
Yeah.
the tree number 3, Mr. Libby, when he comes and remove the other tree that now, I forgot what
It's
tree
not
it is.
gonna remove the tree.
Oh, okay, no. When he prunes number 1, he looks at number 3, and if he decides to remove the tree then let's remove the tree.
I second that motion.
Okay, one more piece of discussion. Every time Mr. Libby comes, he charges a bunch of money, so there's that consideration.
I'm sorry.
Right, Cynthia's asking, sorry.
What was that?
Pardon?
What were you saying?
I said every time Mr. Libby comes, he charges.
Okay, so you mentioned somebody coming to look at, you're saying a name, I don't know, Libby.
Libby is the arborist.
He's gonna, so we're recommending that he come, that's your motion, that he come and look at number one,
No, he's
and look at number three, if he doesn't like it, he thinks it's good, get it out. What about the other two trees for trimming? Is he doing it all the same time? Or do we bring them back in?
No.
Do we wait longer? Do we wait till spring? I mean, what the heck?
No,
Bubba's gonna come in and
I can't,
do all 3 trees.
okay,
He's gonna do all the trees when he's here that day, while Mr. Lippy's here. He's mainly coming to do number 1. But while he's here, he can point out to Bubba what he wants on the other trees. And if he recommends cutting down number 3, then,
right.
you know, I hate to
So
see
we'll
it
look at
go,
all
but if
3 trees and 4 trees on the same day.
he can, he's got a very good crew.
So we give him permission to trim 3 trees and maybe remove 1.
Yes,
Maybe.
Is that our motion?
yes.
Or we have to recommend?
Three, so.
Oh, fuck it up.
okay, are we ready to vote? 4.
Number 3.
Mr. Libby come the same time as Bubba Jacobs, who's going to be pruning, and give his second opinion again about the health of tree number, which one was it?
3.
3. Whether to save it or, cut it down. All those in favor of that motion, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Nay.
Okay.
Okay.
I was getting ready to say aye.
So you have 3 ayes and 2.
3 hours and 2 days.
No, I didn't say anything.
Oh.
Because we are, so we're going to, can you say the motion again? Sorry.
Can you say it again?
I believe it was to this effect, that when Bubba Jacobs comes to prune tree number 1, he will take another look at tree number 3
And assess it.
and render an opinion as to its salvageability.
Okay. I agree with that.
Okay, that's how he did that. Okay.
Can I ask a question about that? I don't know if it's to you or not. When Mr. Liddy comes, can someone from the tree board possibly be there? Maybe not worry to chuck in and, drive it.
If y'all can come to work, that'll be fine.
No, but I mean, can we know when he's gonna be there?
Yes, ma'am.
We can, okay. Can we make that, I mean, we can't all probably be there,
Yeah, but does somebody
but
want to be there?
I would.
Okay, so Keith, would you ask Karen to contact us
As soon as I know,
That
you all know. As soon
Yeah.
as I know, you all know. So as soon as I know, you all know.
Okay.
I think that the ones that are concerned about pruning the tree should be the ones there to hear the bitter truth when it has to be put down.
You just don't know.
Okay, so do we have a motion, we have a motion and a
You'll
second?
agree.
Second,
Yeah, it's not like there's a tree shortage in that area, and it is clearly in a very busy area, right across from the park. Okay,
All in favor?
aye. All in favor?
This was a new motion.
Yeah, but that was the motion everybody was confused on,
okay,
so.
okay, I'm opposed
To,
to what, to putting off the decision to go ahead and deal with tree number 3, cut it down. So,
So one opposed and 4 ayes.
y'all won.
not yet.
Pat, did you vote?
I didn't hear your vote, your motion.
Okay, on tree number 3, the motion
I
is,
still can't hear.
okay, on tree number 3, the motion is to have Mr. Lippy, as he's pruning the other trees, that he looks at number 3 again to make sure it doesn't need pruning. If it needs to be taken down, he may choose to take it down at that point.
I think
But
Karen
hopefully we
is
can-
double check this, who does
Yeah.
take it down
But Mr. Lippy's gonna be the one
to
to,
the arborist, yeah,
yeah.
okay?
I have a motion and a second.
A second.
Call the question again, all those in favor? please say
Aye.
Opposed? Nay?
Okay, so we have
Okay.
four.
Thank you for dealing with all this, Keith, and Karen, those are beautiful pictures, and it's nice to see what we're talking about.
And we have
Okay,
three
we have
members
three
for
number
What we,
three
we
members.
have another tree?
Three number four.
You're not going home yet.
I'll not be able to talk in a second. Well, tree number 4 is in Lisa's yard too. Good figure.
Moderate risk is worth saving.
And weight reduction.
So it just needs pruning.
Remove dead branches. Soon as
Where are these
possible.
trees lines?
Consequence of failure, again, just it's severe.
Some here.
Okay. Do we need to?
Yes. I motion that we follow Mr. Libby's recommendation for tree number 4. The risk is moderate, so we should prune it, reduce the weight, remove dead branches, and manage the epicormic sprouts.
Is there a second?
A second.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, that takes care of those trees. I'm having all that stuff. Trying to figure something out. Oh, this is about Arbor Day anyway, so, Lisa has talked to the National Arbor Day Foundation, and they recommend that we have Arbor Day celebration sometime in the third week of January. And adjoining towns are having them on other Saturdays, such that January 20th becomes a desirable date for us to do it, which is very close to what it's been the last 4 years. I think we need to probably have a motion about the date to have Arbor Day celebration.
And location,
Pardon?
the day and location.
And I was gonna say, and do we want to add location to that also? I'm almost certain we can use the Women's Club. I don't know if they're having a rummage sale that day. And I talked to the president a while ago, and she didn't know either. So that's up for grabs. We could have it other locations. We could consider other locations. So let's vote on the date first and get that settled. Does the 20th sound good to everybody?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, we don't have to vote, do we? Okay, so 1/20/24 would be the day of our annual Arbor Day celebration. Then, the question of location.
Question.
Yeah.
So for Arbor Day, can we plant some trees at Fairbanks Park?
Well, that's another issue. That was what I was gonna talk about, but I was trying to be orderly for once. So, you wanna talk about the location?
It's my understanding that back in the day, maybe in the 40s, 50s, this was a big event for this town. Arbor Day was like election. The whole town got involved in, so I think we should, maybe bring it to Eva Leon's Park and make it a big event instead of the women's club. So we don't have to depend on them if they have something or not. It's not their agenda, it's our agenda, and we'll take reins of this event from now on. We don't depend on no other club, it is our thing, and we will be known for our thing of Arbor Day.
Okay, just to give you a little historical perspective, modern day Arbor Day celebrations were really, inspired by Jenny Gaffney's work as a Women's Club member, because women's clubs traditionally have been very involved with sponsoring Arbor Days. So it's not that they take it over, because they literally don't do anything but let us use their space and their parking area. So that's how it has continued to be there, over the years. And then there's kind of the advantage of the spin-off traffic from the rummage sale people, and the fact that they have food available, because it's usually something like 10 to 2, includes lunch hour. And that's just the perspective on the use of the Women's Club place versus somewhere else. So,
I have a question. Do we have a budget for Arbor Day? Do we have a budget for Arbor Day?
We can start one,
Do we have a budget for Arbor Day?
we can start one.
We don't need a budget for Arbor Day because
yes.
there was always, everybody brought a canned food and then the arborist, not the arborist, but the tree people would bring in little trees so that they give away with the canned food, and then the canned food would go over to the
Christian service center.
the Christian Service Center, so it was always like
Yeah.
it never really never needed any money.
Except we need money for seedlings to give away if we're gonna have a tree giveaway.
But
Yeah.
did Lisa say that let me pull up her email.
I think we should make it a little event where maybe the kids can get hot dogs.
Yeah.
I mean, make it more, and I don't mean anything about the women's and Jenny, Gaffney, I love her to death. But before her, the people that are from this town, they said that it was a big event where you got dirt from wherever you went on vacation and you brought it, and they planted trees and everybody put that dirt there, and it was before Jenny was in town, so I'm just talking about back in the day. So it just, I think it's something that we need to start doing on our own, that we don't have to depend on the women's club. If they have or do not have anything, we have bathrooms right there at Eva Leon's Park, and we can do our own thing and take it from there. You know, depending on them if they have something or they don't. I think we need to be more involved, and this is the only time that we have as a tree and garden club to take over the reins and make it something bigger than maybe one day. Lisa was mentioning maybe making the whole month an event of celebration of trees. Not just the 20th, but maybe have things at the library, maybe have, I don't know what, other things. So that's something that we need to discuss with her too. She wanted a whole month's event instead of one
Wouldn't
day.
be able to be a whole month's event.
No, I think maybe the library having something like books, reading, or lectures about trees, nothing that has to involve anybody else, but just us as commissioners, I don't know.
Okay, so maybe we can grow to that at some point, but I think we need to focus and make this one day for the couple hours that is grand.
Correct,
You know,
yeah.
I mean, we can grow.
I second that.
But it's not, I mean,
What
we gotta.
are the mechanics of this Arbor Day event? I went last year, but, if we were separate enough with the women's club, who would be, I mean, what would be the events? Is there gonna be a
That's up
committee?
to us,
Yeah,
it's us.
traditionally, we've had the county agent,
Right,
and we've had the forester who used to bring seedlings, and now their state has cut their budget, so they don't have money for seedlings. But we got some last year, I don't remember if Charles arranged to get them or how we got them, but we had a limited number of seedlings, and it was kind of a lottery thing. So the people who brought a canned good to donate to Christian Service Center got a ticket, and then there was a drawing at the end, and, you know, as many trees as there were, we drew tickets, and that's how they got them, so that happens. The mayor has a welcoming speech and talks about the history of Arbor Day and reads the poem Trees. And Jimmy would talk about starting it and the Woman's Club's role in starting it. I went for a couple of years, had dressed like Bessie Williams, who was one of the founding members of then it was called Village Improvement Association, which ladies were very involved in keeping the construction people from cutting down trees along the sidewalk and that sort of thing. It's hard to believe Crescent City's Main Street used to be covered with oak trees before they widened it. What else happens? We had some children's activities listed though.
Yeah, there was not a lot of people that attended, and that was kind of sad. It was just maybe 20 people.
Oh, there were a lot of people.
I just thought it would be, yeah, I thought it would be like a bigger crowd, so.
Yeah, it'd be nice. Yeah, there's a banner that Charles keeps that says Arbor Day, Tree City, and we have signs, outside of the city limits. I have the city limits, say Tree City. And it is necessary to have Arbor Day celebration in order to still be a tree city. And being a tree city is important when you go to apply for grants. So it's all tied together with, there's bigger purposes than tree planting. And then we typically get one significantly sized tree to plant somewhere on city property. And the city got us to dig the hole and in that event, which is separate from the Arbor Day celebration. The mayor and the city manager have gone and I've been there to pictures, like we planted one in Fletcher Park last year. So, and yeah, where do you plant the trees? How big? I think we should discuss a lot because it has to be watered.
Mm-hmm.
They have to be watered every single day for at least the first 3 months. And they do well if they get water, and if they don't, they look like they want to Fletcher Park.
Maybe we can make
Flyers,
flyers.
but I think it's made it.
Pat, maybe we can make flyers on that day to give to whoever attends, how to take care of your new tree
Yeah,
and give it to them.
the horticulturalist does that usually.
I don't know, if
And he
maybe,
talks about,
yeah, but maybe when you have a piece of paper, you can put it on your door or your refrigerator and look at it, because
yeah,
maybe what they say, they listening but not taking it in.
Yeah.
But I think the park is a beautiful location, surrounded by trees, to have this event where the kids can run around freely.
I think that's a good consideration, to do something different.
Yes.
Well, you're gonna be in charge, right?
Well, if you give it to me, I will.
Okay.
That's what I was wondering.
You're a baby.
We also gotta remember
I
that
took her off
Charles,
for adoption.
we also gotta remember that Charles is applying for a tree grant, so
We will have money for hot dogs.
hopefully, I'm
Now,
not saying he's gonna get it,
yeah,
saying he's applying for it.
right. And Karen, do you happen to know if Eagle Lions Park is available January 20th, which is a Saturday?
Look at it right now,
Okay,
it should be available, because I don't think I have anything, but just let me double check. Because it's all right down till December.
Because it just wasn't on here, so that's why I was wondering.
Does the Women's Day do their event on the day that the city or the tree board does it
No.
for that reason? Or
no, they've just been typically having a
haven't they did it?
mid-January.
Okay, so would they be doing something on the same Arbor Day over there?
Yeah, they might say.
Or would they want to attend the one in Eagle Lions Park
I'm sure some of them.
with baked
Some
goods?
would.
I have nothing.
Okay.
I
You
have
have nothing?
I have nothing listed for January 20th for Eagle Lions Park.
They don't have nothing for that day, the day is open at the
So
park.
you should schedule it another day.
Okay, so we voted to do it on the 20th, and the park is available. Does anybody want to move that we move to Eagle Lions Park?
I second the motion to move to AL Lions Park.
Okay, second?
No, I thought she seconded it, she first did it.
She forgot to say the motion.
I really, is there a motion on the floor? 'Cause I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
You
wanna sit closer? Is there a motion?
There's a motion to move the Arbor
Is there a
Day,
motion out there?
yes.
We're doing it right now, Pat, right now she's gonna do it, she's new.
I motion.
So you're done with the discussion? I'm sorry.
Yes.
This is on the,
I can't,
We wanna move up closer.
Discussion.
my nose is plugged, my head's plugged, and I'm deaf anyway. What is the motion and why is it up there?
We motion to have the Arbor Day celebration on January 20th at Eagle Lions Park.
Okay.
Is there a second?
Second it.
Okay, now we can have discussion. Got discussion?
Okay. I want to say something. I think it's a pretty good idea. However, I see a lot of problems with it. I've been to Arbor Day here since I moved here. The thing is, there's bathrooms, there's parking, there's other things to do besides waiting for a little program about the trees. A lot of people bring their goods. I'll take this tree, and they're freaking gone.
can't do that.
All right, and that's the problem. Now, last year we had you with all your good stuff with the kids, and the year before they had what do they call those, hide and seek things? And that gave them some interest for the kids. And we have that nice young kid from the park service was there with his games, so it intrigues. The only problem with having it at the park is number one, there's no bathrooms. Number two, there's no parking. Number three, it's more work if you want to call us the Tree and Garden Board. We're a legal thing here. It's not a garden, it is a board. Now, I really think it's a great idea, but I think it's the wrong idea at this time. I also think it's only October. There was a discussion of when date you were going to pick, and it involves a lot of problems. Before you do it, you got to find out from the women's board, because they still should be involved in this. If you decide to do it over there, as over here, where everybody knows where it is. Because all they do is say, oh, the Arbor Day celebration, boom, they're right there. They're not over here. So that's only my opinion. I don't think that you should make a decision today, but in November meeting, I think it should be scoped out, planned out by different groups. We can all make our own thing. You mentioned something about the library. The library could probably have a meet the greats on the second Wednesday, all about the trees, and the next Saturday or the same Saturday, it could be the Arbor Day. So it'd be connected, but it all takes time to plan, and I don't think you should make a motion that this is exactly what you want to do today. That's it.
I think it's a great idea, but I think we need to change and start having these events at Eagle Lions Park and invite the women's club to join us. But we need to make a decision. The park is the right place to have the event. At the women's club, it was very sunny. It was just not convenient. The street is right there and we have to watch for the kids. I think we just want to start something new. And if people don't know it, they'll get used to it. We'll put plenty of flyers and it just has to change. And a banner.
Yeah.
We can change things and improve because right now it's not about the older people, it's about the new generation of children. And we will train them, this is what's gonna happen from now on. It will be at our beautiful park that has history.
Okay, Jim,
I just had a question about parking. Does the funeral home allow people to park?
Yes, they do, and all around the park, you have plenty of parking.
Um,
All around the park, you have parking. and across the street. And not a lot of people showed up at the last event.
The Baptist church.
Yeah, it was like maybe 20,
And
30
there's
people.
also parking at Market Square.
Yeah, so that's not an excuse for parking. We have bathrooms there that work. I myself will make sure that the bathrooms are clean before the event.
Good job.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And one man show.
And as far as the hot dogs go, didn't they sell them?
I don't know what they had. I was not impressed. By the event, we didn't even have a microphone that you could hear what people were saying. I had a little play that nobody could hear me. You have things going on in different, here at the park, we have a gazebo where you are front and center in the bleachers where people can pay attention to what is going on. Over there, it was all over the place.
Well, and I would just add that Liz and I are both members of the Wellness Club, and she's the new conservation chair. And I think we could safely say that they would participate,
Yes, they will.
and not ever feel it's hurt.
We just tell them what we
It's
do.
just, and some years they've been, oh, we're not gonna have the rubber sale, well, we will if you're gonna be here. So it's not set in concrete.
From now on, we will not depend on nobody else. We will do our thing. And they will join us. We will ask them politely to join us.
And the use of the gazebo is really, really good. But,
And electricity for speakers.
yeah.
And the kids will have a space to play.
Yes, right there, the playground.
For them to
That's
play.
true, yeah. Yeah, they won't be saying, can we go now?
Time, I mean, it's good for people to have a place structure.
Yeah.
So, I think it's the children.
But Kat, I appreciate your input. I also appreciate your idea about the library. It's a great idea.
What would be our start time?
Or,
What would be our start time?
well, let's vote first on the location. Do we want to, now we know the park's available. Ask Karen if she will reserve it for us, is that how that works?
I just did.
Okay, okay. So can we have a motion?
I motion that we use Eva Leon's Park for our Arbor Day, January the 20th.
I second the motion.
Okay. All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? Pat, I'm kidding, drop that. Okay, then, what was that next thing you were saying, Liz?
Cindy, I want to know.
Oh, and I just wanna say, cause I hear Pat saying, we don't have to decide all this, but it's a lot of work, and you have to coordinate with those outside people who always come. And so to find out, one, if there's anybody who's got ceilings, or if we have to talk to Charles about a budget that will pay for, one, the big tree that's gonna be planted somewhere.
Usually the city does donate that big tree.
Pardon?
Am I correct, Keith? Usually the city does donate that one big tree
Yeah,
for
to the
everybody.
list, yeah, and then maybe some ceilings. So, well, there's a lot, it's a lot of getting things coordinated, and that's why we start early. So that's why we're doing this. Now, you wanna talk about where to plant the big city tree?
So we wanna talk about time,
Oh, well, yeah, what,
so that we
time
can
has
block it out.
typically been 10 to 2,
So this sign says 11 to 1.
11 to 1, okay, that's 2 hours, yeah.
So do we want
Could be
to,
more.
do we wanna do 11 to 2? And provide a lunch? Is that what we're thinking? Do we want to do that?
Good question.
11 to 2?
Well, how do y'all feel about doing all that, this work?
Wait, that's 3 hours.
When does Charles plant the tree? In that space of 11 to 1?
No, no.
Before.
He plants it before and then the celebrations begin directly after.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we're just concerned about the celebrations afterwards. Okay.
Right.
So what time, 11 to 2?
I'm gonna go 11 to 1 if we want to keep it the way it is, or if we want to extend the time. I'm indifferent, it just depends on what.
I think 11 to 1 is good, and we'll give them lunch at 12.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll give them, we'll offer water and hot dogs. Nothing big, nothing elaborated.
That works.
Okay, we'll be there from 10 to 2, set them up and take it down that day.
That works.
That's why I thought it was 10 to 2. Okay, we don't have to vote on that, do we? It's the tradition. Okay, I personally have a big interest in where the city plants a tree. And I want to add, it doesn't necessarily have to be a live oak. It's nice to have live oaks, but there are a tree that would grow fast and still have a big canopy and make some shade. And particularly at Harry Banks Park, which we went to when we were surveying trees, and it was baking hot out in this big open area, beautiful park. But it needs some more trees, and it's lost some trees. So, anybody wanna talk about?
So how much does the city spend on the big tree that they donate to the?
I don't know what we've been paying for.
I think whatever you guys decide on which tree it is, they try to get the biggest one.
3 to
Biggest
500,
bang for the buck, I guess, is how you would say it.
$300 to $500 for a tree, I have no
I've
idea.
never spent $500.
No, that is wrong.
Well, that's what I was wondering, if we could get more trees for,
Less,
you know what I mean? 'Cause that, it doesn't have,
yeah,
yeah, if we could get more trees for the same amount of money, I would like that.
Still, they gotta be watered
I'll water them,
every day.
well, every time.
yeah, we'll go together.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
time
yeah,
you
we,
And I
so
saw
that
that,
I know about the water, are there hose hookups in Harry Banks?
Yes, ma'am.
A lot of them?
No.
I saw that park underwater when it rained. I mean, the whole soccer field was underwater.
So could we
That's
put like a
like a
willow
willow
tree,
tree,
like a couple
cypress.
willow trees, cause those are,
Cypress.
Cypress, willow,
Yeah, cypress and
cause
that
those will stop.
swamp, that's.
Right, I'm just saying water loving trees. I mean, the willow, I.
Oh, trees surprisingly water loving. I mean, look at them down by the lake, they're really beautiful.
I don't know.
But
How much a willow tree would cost versus an oak,
I would say it's less than an oak tree.
is it?
yeah, little trees don't do well here.
That's longer than that, so.
So I will make a
It's not
motion,
our choice, really, unless we want to recommend it.
I will make a motion.
You can't- When you make the recommendation, all you have to do is say, the tree board will recommend, the tree board recommends getting a certain tree.
Yeah.
So you don't really need a motion.
Okay, so-
But if we're doing like a couple near the play structure and then a couple near the fence where it's more wet, then we would need a couple different kinds of trees. So,
You guys can always wait and, I'll talk to Charles and see what he
Yes.
feels and how he feels.
Yes.
And then we can go from there at the next meeting. You don't
Yes,
have to decide the tree exactly,
Mhm.
but you did pick Harry Banks Park to put the trees in, correct? Am I correct? Okay.
so
So I
we,
can talk to Charles.
we recommend that he get, maybe
We'll see.
water loving trees at a good price.
and some not, cause next to the play structure, we want big canopy ones.
Yes.
That
What
we're
kind
not-
of
Canopy, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and also, I mean, you have to have a water hose. Even if there are faucets and somebody's gonna steal it. They stole them from behind the woman's club.
Right.
Finally, I forgot what they did, they put those bags around them and that doesn't work. The bottom always falls out and the water all goes whoosh. But, yeah, that's my big concern is not letting them die once they're planted, so we can, why don't we individually study about trees and their water needs between now and then. Homework trees that do well in Florida, and they're gonna be out in the baking sun until they make their own shade, because that field is hot. And you live fairly close to that.
That's what I'm saying, I'll water, it's not a problem.
Get your kids, give their community service credits.
Absolutely.
And me, I'm single, I can be there every day with the tree, bonding.
Maybe you should go to the one in Fletcher Park and try to bond with it
Oh, really?
from last year.
it's kind of coming along now, but it looks like, what are those things, epicorms, shoots instead of the main trunk, having limbs.
Is it an oak? I didn't see it.
The live oak is right where you are.
That was the one that came in after the storm, that was one of them that came in after the storm.
Oh, yeah, water came up pretty high.
So,
Okay,
I wanna talk about our next meeting.
Yeah, our next meeting is, scheduled for Thanksgiving Day, so we're gonna change that.
yes, I think so, last month. I don't remember.
Are you seeing by November
Okay, so last year, I had it scheduled, because we needed to do one more before January, so,
Oh, just one.
so I think we went to the middle of December, but you guys stated that we can actually do it on the 30th and have 2 more meetings before Arbor Day.
The 30th and the 21st of.
The 30th, November 30th and the 21st, I wanna make sure that you guys were still okay for those 2 dates. November 30th for the November meeting, and then the 21st for the December meeting.
The 21st is the Historical Society Christmas party at 4:00. Just adding that.
Well, the last meeting, they moved the November meeting to the 30th.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, they move it to the 30th, the November meeting to the 30th.
Okay,
And then, December meeting, you said it would still be on the 21st, unless you guys wanna change that too.
That's fine, because our meeting is only an hour, we don't have to be over there until 4.
And
okay.
it's probably only gonna be to talk about Arbor Day anyway.
Yeah. Okay, so at 2:00?
Yes.
On December 21st at 2, and November 30th at 2.
Yeah,
All right, got you.
wait a minute, where did we see?
Does that work for everybody?
Oh, I thought it was November 30th, right?
Yeah, November 30th
Okay,
And December 21st.
got that. Okay,
at 2 o'clock. You get that, Pat?
yeah,
November
So-
30th at 2? And then
Yeah.
December 21st at 2.
okay. So we've been doing all this talking about Arbor Day, and we haven't officially acknowledged that. I'm not gonna be in charge of it this next time. Liz Gomez has agreed to, and so we all will work and help you in every way.
Liz and Cynthia,
And,
she's younger.
and help, and,
And Pat and Jean, if they wanna join us, if not, we can take care of it by ourselves.
you don't need to. Okay,
But can we work together on this besides work hours?
It
I mean,
becomes a
besides
sunshine.
meeting, I know.
It's not a meeting, so it's not a sunshine, but it does fall under the sunshine.
oh, shoot, that stupid sunshine.
So it will have to be one of us. Cynthia
Or,
Cynthia.
I hear just water on it for you.
No, the whole event.
Oh.
I'll have to get back with you on that, because I think that's something different when it comes to events.
Yeah,
I think that's something different.
yeah,
I hope so.
Yeah, it'd be kinda hard, like,
Like that on one meeting a month.
and I can just tell you, you're gonna have a lot of help from Commissioner DeVito. She's already written a whole bunch of recommendations. Right. Okay, are we good with Arbor Day for now? And remember, to research trees is next month.
Yes.
And on the agenda has monarch butterflies. I guess everybody knows that Alice McCoy has initiated a program to get Crescent City recognized as a butterfly city.
Destination.
A destination, right? So we don't need to do anything about that, do we? We can recommend, butterfly attractive plants, and especially in city landscaping. Who's that?
Connie.
I can't see any details for the light behind.
I don't even know who's talking, but hi.
Maybe that's a good idea to follow up too for Arbor Day, Cynthia.
like milkweed plants?
Oh, yeah.
Since we're gonna be a destination and have them around, plant them around,
The native milkweed, not the cute black old one. We need to, get Alice to, she could have a booth at that thing too. She's trying to.
And talk
get
about it.
support for
yeah, I talk about it.
Butterflies. Anything else about butterflies? We have a guest, did our guest wish to say something to us?
No, I'm sorry, I'm just waiting for Ms. Hayes. We have an appointment,
Okay.
so when y'all are finished, it's fine.
Is there anything else? No further business? Yeah, this meeting is.
You stayed for the whole meeting, yay.
I know, I can't believe that sounds like a basso profundo. My throat.